911, what's the address of the emergency?
8755 Drive, apartment.
All right, tell me exactly what happened.
I'm trying to have this person escorted out my home. Yeah, you better go.
Okay.
No, I'm tired. I'm done.
Who are you trying to get escorted from your home?
Yes, yes. Well, go. Go. Can you send someone, sir, please?
The Charleston County Police shared the name of a woman killed Thursday night. Teresa Jenkins Self was shot in her apartment in North Charleston on September 1st. Teresa reportedly told 911 dispatchers she needed help with removing a man from her home. However, once officers arrived to her aid, it was too late.
All right, confirm that apartment number, ma'am. Ma'am.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
Teresa Reese Jenkins Self was 29 years old and lived in Charleston, South Carolina. Friends and family described Teresa as loving, nurturing, and outgoing. Teresa was a caring person that gave to the ones she loved and others. Professionally, she was a licensed practical nurse according to her Facebook, which is a profession that requires nurses to manage a patient's care according to each individual's needs. Teresa was elevating in her career, even getting other certificates in the field. She also provided that same help and care to her family. Teresa was a loving mother of 2 children and was expecting another child with her husband, Self. Charleston County records showed that Self and Teresa were issued a marriage license in 2021, although some reports claimed they were married through common law. Reports didn't go much into detail about the nature of their relationship. However, their children were named as witnesses to Self's alleged verbal and emotional abuse of their mother. And sadly, Teresa made it clear during their last encounter that she had enough with Self's behavior. And on September 1st, 2022, Teresa called the police because she wanted him removed from their home. Sadly, by the time the police arrived to the scene, Self was able to escape by telling them they were at the wrong residence.
Breaking news out of North Charleston. Police say they've arrested a man connected to a fatal shooting overnight. 25-year-old Javerick Self is charged with murder. Police were called to Fairwind Drive just after midnight overnight for a disturbance.
Officers responded around midnight Thursday to an apartment after reports of a disturbance. Teresa had called 911 and asked police to remove Self from the home.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
8755 apartment.
All right, tell me exactly what happened.
I'm trying to have this person escorted out my home. Yeah, you better go.
Okay.
No, I'm tired. I'm done.
Who are you trying to get escorted from your home?
Yes, yes. Well, go. Go. Can you send someone, sir, please?
All right, who you need? Who is this that you need escorted from your home?
Please get out of my house. Well, go. No, go now. Go now. Oh, no.
All right, confirm that apartment number, ma'am. Ma'am.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
When officers arrived at the apartment, Self answered the door, telling officers the disturbance came from the apartment above his. Officers met with the second floor, who confirmed that the altercation actually took place inside Self's home. Officers returned to their apartment and noticed an open sliding glass door. Self had fled the apartment on foot after officers had first spoke to him, according to witnesses. That's when they noticed Teresa was on the couch and suffering from multiple wounds to her head. Teresa was pronounced deceased at that time. Authorities also found 2 children in the back bedroom inside the apartment. One of them, unidentified, told detectives her mother, Teresa, had been arguing with her stepfather, Self, when things went left. Not long after, 25-year-old Self was arrested Friday morning, September 2nd, on charges of murder. North Charleston police also announced new charges September 6th after medical records confirmed that Teresa was in fact 8 months pregnant at the time of her death.
Tonight, the North Charleston Police Department has charged a 25-year-old man with a second charge of murder. Police say Javerick Devonta Tyrell Self was charged with the shooting death of Teresa Jenkins Self on September 2nd. After the autopsy, officials say the victim was 8 months pregnant.
Self waived his right to a bail hearing on the new offense, September 7th. He remains held at Charleston County Jail on 2 counts of murder and a weapons offense without a bond. Family and friends of the victims are so devastated about the news of their loved ones. Her mother took to social media with a message that is being shared with the masses. If you're in an abusive relationship and you see signs of it, please get out before it gets so worse and tragic. Things like what happened to my child. Love don't hurt, but if it do, that's not love. God didn't make men or women to hurt each other. Love is kind, patient, understanding, respectable, tender. One thing it is not: disrespectful, cruel, abusive, both verbally or physical. God loves us whether we are good or bad. He gives us time to change for the better. God bless everyone, and please stay safe. My prayers go out to the children that were at the scene, especially her mother and family members. This is extremely devastating to victims. Let's please respect the victim and the family in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys. And with that being said, don't forget to check on your loved ones.